Hey, welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do part two for Sagittarius. So if you didn't watch that one, you're definitely going to have to watch that to understand this video. Anyway, anything that you want to know about this channel, if you're new to the channel, welcome. But anything, if you want to know about the channel, you can find in the description box below, such as how to book a psychic reading, my Patreon link, and the most important thing is if you want to enter into winning a free psychic reading with me, the rules. So I'm going to say them here, but just in case you forget, or again, I don't mention it every day because every day that I do a video, you have a chance to enter into winning a free psychic reading with me. So the rules will always be in the description box, even if I don't name it. But today, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word healer in the description box. Wait for me to say winner. Again, I'll just comment back to your comment. And then you'll have to reach out to me at pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com so we can set up a good time that we both can do your free reading. Free readings are always done live stream. Tonight, I will be doing my first live stream for my first winner. And that will be tonight at around like 8:15 after my TV show. All right. So for those of you, again, that didn't hear, this message is going to be, again, for Sagittarius. Roles and energies are fluid. So really energy is fluid, so roles can be reversed. You may have to flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Never force anything. Take what you need, leave the rest. Also like to say that time is fluid. So this could be a message that did happen, is happening in the present moment, or will happen in the future. Don't disregard the message, even if it's something that already happened. Look at the message. And when I say look, meaning like really trying to meditate on it, see how the information that was just channeled out resonates to what's happening in your present moment. See how it can influence what's going to happen in your future, especially if you're on a rocky, you're in a rocky type of situation like this part one of Sagittarius's reading. Part one of Sagittarius's reading, it was a trauma bond relationship. It was a codependent relationship. And Sagittarius had pretty much gotten to the place where they're like, I know I don't want to stay here anymore. I know that this is not for me anymore. Like I'm not feeling fulfilled is what, so at least, that's good because like I said, without the awareness, there can be no change. So let's just see what else is going on, like how I wanted to look at the energy now to try to look at it more from Sagittarius's perspective, because Sagittarius, I left it off as just, again, that Sagittarius knows that they don't want to stay in this connection. So I want to, let me actually look at, I want to know what the hidden truths are that you feel about your person. And I want to see the traumas that came about from being in this connection. And then obviously you want to see what is going to happen for you. So my life is not as together as it seems. So I feel like, again, Sagittarius, you have a really great exterior about you. You're very mindful about what you are projecting out into the world. You don't want people to perceive like there's anything wrong. You always put a strong face on. But I feel like, again, being that you were in a trauma bond relationship, this is kind of easy for you. And if you grew up in a very imbalanced home, which a lot of times we do, that's how, again, we don't notice that we're actually in a trauma bond connection, that it's easy for you to, again, put on a happy face, like not let anyone know what's really happening in your life. We both know I am not the one for you. Again, down deep inside, Sagittarius, that you're that you can't fix your person is, but I also feel like at this point, you also know, due to all the lies, the manipulation, the back and forth, and all the games that a trauma bond type of relationship brings to the table, that it's like it affects intimacy hugely. So you would feel like you are not, me and you are not supposed to be together anymore. I'm not attracted to you anymore. You're not attracted to me. I don't see you the same way anymore. Your games. And that's why they say that there's a very fine line between love and hate. And this is the energy that I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, Sagittarius, you stayed in a situation for a really long time, and not until this person, it's almost like they did that one more thing. And that one more thing is, I feel like they gave you mixed messages one more time. They seemed like they wanted to be back in the relationship, got back in the relationship, and then it was the same, I was going to say crap, same crap, different day, and you're over it. And you're also knowing that there's someone else there. You're feeling like there's someone else there. And part of this is because your person always cheated. And another part is because they're emotionally not available. They're not giving to you. And by now you feel like they would have. I wonder if you're happier without me. Like, again, you really wonder whether or not, if this relationship ends with your person, will they be happy without you? Will they really be happy? Because there's a sense that that they're very codependent. I feel a little bit, Sagittarius, when you got involved with your person, you were naive and a little insecure, and the relationship was very passionate. So you, in the beginning, because there was this person, again, is detached. So what they believed was love and what you felt was love. But I feel like, again, it was passion, and it went super fast, and your person has always been detached. I just feel like now you have been through the ringer with this person so many times that you're like, you don't have feelings anymore. It's almost like the fight becomes more rewarding than the actual prize, is what you're feeling. You want to see what else you may feel. I think the world of you. So it's, again, I feel like down deep inside, you'll always care and love this person. I feel like that's why this type of relationship is so hard. You have so many mixed feelings about this person, but they have done so much wrong to you that you're just like, I can't be with you anymore because I can't forgive you. And that's the whole thing. And what's crazy is, I feel like you could have actually made your relationship work, but because you were so paranoid, once you gave your person the second chance, it's like you can't let it go. You just can't forgive them anymore. Like, you just can't do it because they're not showing you anything. And that's really what it is. So, and I'm actually feeling that your person doesn't understand. Like, they don't understand, like, why it's like this. So 2 of Wands. So it's, again, you're like in between. It's, again, which is what I felt because of the mixed messages here. The like, I wonder whether we'd be better off without each other. I really know that you don't want to be with me. Like, I can't fix you. You have a problem. Like, I feel like you've abandoning yourself. That came up in last reading for this relationship. And now that you had got your person back, they're detached. They're not there. They're checked out, which we said in the part 1. And now you're like mid phase. You're like looking back, on the situation. You're looking at what's happening now, and you're really not seeing any change. The other one that fell out was, again, look at this, Two of Pentacles, indecisiveness. So it's, again, mid-phase indecisiveness. You have a lot of mixed messages, which is why I wanted to look at the reading for you today, because I said I can't do a part 1 and part 2. The reading would have been like really long last night. So that's why I broke it down into 2. And what I wanted to look at this time was Sagittarius's perception, because we saw it from your person's perspective, and your person's perspective was really that they were checked out, and like really not really giving a lot. Like there was a lot of spiritual issues. It wasn't even their perspective, it was that all their spiritual issues, and that you've been in this relationship now. It's like you're really at your end, but there's still a part of you that's holding on, that's wanting to hold on. I want to see what's going to happen, because I feel like you and your person go like in these phases of we really can't work it out, and then existing. It used to be we really can't work it out, and a lot of passion, where it was like this flux, which a lot of toxic relationships know this flux. It's, again, where there's a person that's there in the relationship doing 100%, and your person wasn't. It's, again, they would go doing whatever they wanted to do. And when you would break up, when you would get back together, there was a sense of happiness, and you felt that your person was happy, and there was a bliss phase. There was the happy, you on a high. This is how you know it's a trauma bond relationship too, by the way. So you were like on a high. Now it's no longer that. Now it's like you're flatlined. And this is why you're indecisive, because there would have been a time that you would have been like, hell no, I'm never leaving my person, because look what you put up with. But now you're like, okay, something's up, because this person isn't coming back around. They're still kind of checked out. But you're indecisive because it's like you gave so much. And I feel like when you look at your life, what your life will be like without this, you don't see anything because you invested so much in this person. And when I asked to see from your perspective what's going on here, Sagittarian, how do you feel knowing that your person is checked out, that they're, again, they feel like they're trapped a little bit due to like this. How do you feel about that? Being that you're giving 100%, this person isn't happy. Again, reflecting on yesterday's reading, going by that, it's like why you have it, and the reason why is because there's nothing there. You feel like your life will be hard. You feel like your life will be hard because then you're gonna have to meet someone and go out, and it's almost like the devil that you know. And you like what your life looks like. So it's, again, these outside things, which we talked about, influences. So, which is also what a trauma bond tends to stay connected after a while. There's no more passion, there's no more trust, but there's outside things. So this is where the indecisiveness is coming from. I feel like, again, the Magician, there's a sense of you feeling that you can recreate it. There's a sense of trying to make something out of it, trying a new direction. There's a sense of, again, Sagittarius, I feel like you're putting more energy into this relationship, trying to like resurrect something that has flatlined. That's the energy that I'm feeling, and I'm sorry if you're not going to like this. But like I said, it's a trauma bond relationship. So this person you can manipulate, or you can, again, persuade them into getting what you want, but they will always revert back to, and that's not because of you, that's because of them. They're detached. they have issues over it. So it's again, yeah, there's a sense of like Page of Wands. It's like freedom. So I feel like after a while you're not going to want it, or your person's not going to want it. Either way, it's still not going to work out, because look, you're putting time and effort in. Magician is all about creation, transformation, and then here's like freedom. Like it's like the energy is there of unless that's you saying, Sagittarian, I put in enough time, I put in enough energy, it's time for me to transform my life. I want freedom from this because I'm not getting anything. I want to look at like your wounds. Defensiveness. So I feel like there's a sense of you always protecting this relationship, and then a lot of people are asking you about this relationship because they like, again, it was on its way out. We knew it wasn't working out, but and no one was happy, but there's a sense of you not wanting to talk about it, feeling like people are, priding into your business, and there's a sense of you not feeling good because of how this person treats you. So you're again just kind of closed down is the energy. Deceiving, because there's a sense that that this person that you're connected to, that they have feelings. It's not that they don't. This is this person's personality. It's like they don't know what they want. Every time you try to create a new life for them, it worked out for a short period of time, then it would revert back because the person has a wound, and the person needs to heal those wounds before they can really be in a relationship. The problem though, Sagittarian, because this was a Sagittarius reading, was looking at it from your perspective, but again, energy is fluid, so you're going to have to again decipher it the way it best resonates. But either way, whichever side of the coin you are on in this type of relationship, it is not a good side, because it's a continuation of like where it was this high and low, and there's a sense of again deceiving and defensiveness, continuously putting you in a state of survival, continuing, because that's what a trauma bond does, right? If you're like, oh my God, I'm with someone that I know, but there is a connection there. So it's like there's no denying that there's a connection. There's no denying that you have made this connection work, but in so doing so, you have abandoned yourself. And what I see is that you're not really trying to leave this. It was more or less like trying to recreate it, to try and make it something better. Again, continuing, but knowing this person is still like deceiving, even if they're not showing you anything, you can tell by the way that they're acting towards you. By now, I feel like you think that, well, it would have gone back together again. We would have worked out. There would have been something, like if there wasn't someone else here. Like you believe, Sagittarius, that your person has somebody else. You don't know who that person is, but you feel that your person is, again, up to no good. And the triggers are displaced. I felt out of place and a sense of not belonging. So your person never, again, and if I believe I got that yesterday too. So there's a place that it's almost like a mixed matched energy that you don't feel like you belong with your person. Your person makes it feel like has a huge ego, I feel like, and makes it feel like they're better than you. And by the way that they act like they're better than you. The fact that your person is not emotionally intelligent and again is detached would make you feel displaced, especially when, again, what makes us feel comfortable is when you can feel that emotional connection that you have with a person. And when you don't feel it, you would be defensive. So it's, again, and if I recall from yesterday's reading, there was always a sense of never emotionally getting what you needed. So that's the wound that is replaying from childhood into your life now. And then attention, I need constant attention, otherwise I get irritated and jealous that your attention is not on me. And I kind of feel like that's how you feel, Sagittarius, with your person. Your person has a big ego, that if they don't get attention all the time from you, where this is why, by the way, you abandoned your life. You didn't start by abandoning your life. With a trauma bond, it doesn't start with, hi, let me come into your life and let me ruin it. No, what it happens is, I have passion for you. We have such a deep connection. You get me, you understand me, but I'm not in a good place. You're coming in, you're helping me. You're giving to me, and I also need a lot of attention. And the fact that you didn't feel, because they are good looking and they do have a good job. I mean, from the outside, if you didn't know this person, you would think that they were a great catch. So there's a sense of you not feeling, I don't want to say that you don't like who you are, but you find that people find your person more attractive than they find you attractive. So I feel like and your person is, I feel like for some of you guys, is out in the public eye. They have like a different job, so where they are maybe their own boss, and so they meet a lot of people. So again, there's a sense of, I always have to give my attention. I always have to because if I'm not there, then somebody else is. And that is actually what is pushing your person away. It's the fact that they are that way. And the fact that there's no trust here because of what they've done, which is why you would be defensive, why you would be very protective of what was yours, because in your mind, Sagittarius, you've given a lot to this relationship again. And if you leave it and walk away, there isn't anything. So it's easier for you to keep giving more. This is your perception, but that, I believe, would be the worst thing that you could do. Like, even if it doesn't unwind right now in this story, eventually, because you're teaching this person that it's okay to not give you what you need emotionally, that it's okay to disrespect you. No, see, like, there's, again, 8 of Swords, chains. You are restricted by an unrealistic negative thoughts. Positive thinking will release you. So there's, again, this sense of not having the confidence to leave, to, again, this situation, but knowing you're not getting what you need, knowing you are not fulfilled. And that's really what I'm seeing. What kind of advice could we give Sagittarius? I'd like to leave it off on this. What is the advice, Spirit, that we can give? Because this is a hard situation when you've given a lot, and it is like a soulmate twin flame relationship at one time, and you have a lot of history with this person, and there's also things that keep you two together. It's not that easy to walk away from, but you're not happy. But the truth of the matter is, what I see that you're mainly not happy because of your own thoughts, your own limitations about what you believe you can have. Not really because of that it would be horrible for you. That's me intuitively thinking, I think that this staying in this is horrible, and I think that when you bank on yourself, the universe always rewards you. Because again, we're all about learning self-love. We are love, learning love. And part of learning love, a lot of times, is walking away from someone that you do love, because you're being asked, do you love yourself? And like right now, it's saying that you kind of don't love yourself enough. So again, this could be the person that you're connected to, but I was reading it from your perspective. So, but energy is fluid. So take it as it resonates. But again, the person here feels restricted because of their own negative thoughts. And not really because of what's happening. Because even if you look at this picture, the person can escape anytime that they want. There's a huge gap between those swords. Their legs are not bound. It's again King of Cups, and so then it's reversed. So it's like, as far as right now, it's like the message is, it's either you know that you're not happy there, you know that the person's not going to give you more, because the King of Cups, when it's upright, is again someone that's giving, someone that, and right now it's for you not to give, and for you to again, look at this, the Tower. And the Tower, when it's upright, at least is positive change. But what this is saying is almost like, when I asked for advice, the advice I got was intuitively. It's not through these cards. Because and the reason why, Sagittarius, I feel like, because a lot of you have already decided, nope, I'm going to stay in this relationship and make it work, regardless of what I see. That's what this story is telling me. So what these cards are telling me is, King of Cups continues to not give. You continue to not give, whether that's, again, because the King of Cups is not giving. If you're not giving, your person's not giving, there's still nobody giving here. So you're like, fine, we will live with two people not giving. But what this card says is, yeah, and it's going to all fall apart, and it's not going to be pleasant when it does. At least when it's upright, it's pleasant. When it's not upright, it's like, it's disastrous. It means it's turbulent. And the reason why is because it's almost like you're waiting for your person to do something. And I feel like everybody's walking on like eggshells. Yeah, King of Swords, reverse, like cooperation. There's no cooperation here. So I'm gonna leave it like that, because I just wanted to see, well, what is going to happen? So I'm not going to go into a whole other story of what's going to happen. Just know it's not going to be positive. And when I get like the Tower reversed, and it's traumatic, and it's traumatic ending. So whether your person leaves for somebody else, whether or not they, do something to completely sabotage the relationship, where it's very tumultuous and emotionally turbulent for you. And again, the reason why is because the karmic lesson here is about loving yourself, not having to make it look like your life is together, and not trying to continually recreate and transform something that's not working. And knowing, well, I know that it doesn't work. I keep looking back at it, but I'm still indecisive, but not really because of anything except for my own core beliefs about what I believe I can have, which is all about the trauma bond relationship. So I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with this, I'm sorry, because it's a difficult situation. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and write the word healer in the comment bar, and you can win a free psychic reading with me. I don't know if I ever said about the word healer, but understand, every day I do a video, and a lot of times I'll keep the word the same, but a lot of times also I'll change it, switch it up. So you got to check that description box below. All right. Thanks again for joining. Bye-bye.